Hell yeah. Been waiting for this one for a while. I'm really excited that there's finally new content in this game and new levels and new outfits and new music and new things in general. So the season came out about a week ago and I wanted to do a review of what I think of all the changes that they've made and additions. So the first thing I want to talk about is the new Battle Pass. One thing that I do love about Fall Guys is that you don't have to pay for the Battle Pass. It's free. There's no like premium tier thing where there's a second level that only unlocks things if you pay for it. So that's really great, and that's the same in Season 2. So the theme of this new season is like medieval knights and warriors and stuff, which is really cool. So the entire Battle Pass is kind of themed around things like that. One thing that I do want to note right off the bat that I noticed with the new Season Pass is they made a ton of new opportunities to get crowns. There's a total of 18 crowns that you can get from the Season Pass alone, which is awesome. So if you're just playing the game and leveling up your Season Pass, then you're at the very least going to walk away with 18 crowns, which will be enough to buy you a few outfits and a few different things in the store as they rotate in and out. A couple of my favorite things in the new season's Battle Pass, the Elder Dwarf outfit. This thing is amazing. Look at the detail on it. I mean, the helmet is iridescent and has different colors on it, which is so cool, and the beard rules. Of course, the outfit that I'm wearing here is the Orc outfit, which I love so much. I love the little purple hair that they have in the back and everything. It looks really funny when you're running around like that. So the Orc is actually probably my favorite outfit of the new season. So yeah, anyway, the Season Pass is pretty great. 18 total crowns you can get out of it, and a bunch of stuff that's medieval themed / fantasy themed. It's great. Now moving on to a couple new additions that they have here. I checked them out in the store so I could highlight them a little bit. So you still have the weekly rotations and then you have like the daily rotations on the bottom. But they added a couple new things that you can customize your character with. They added nameplates now. You can change the background of your nameplate, which is pretty cool, and those rotate in and out, and there's a bunch of them in the Season Pass like you saw as well. And then they also added titles. So you can now, in the customization area, change your nickname, which is pretty neat. There's a bunch of funny ones, like I'm using Grabber right now because I'm toxic. I definitely have started to grab people in certain finales, and everybody's hating me for it, but I still enjoy doing it because it's funny. Another new addition that I really appreciate, they added new shows. So the main show is basically the rotation of every level possible, including all the multiplayer ones. So it's multiplayer and single player levels. And then they have a new category that's rotated weekly, it seems. And the first week of the new season, they have Gauntlet Showdown, which is something I've been asking for forever. It doesn't really say it here, but I guess they're calling single player games like races and everything like that gauntlets. And so you can join in here and only play single player games, no multiplayer stuff like Egg Scramble or any of those other crappy maps. The only downfall of Gauntlet Showdown is that the only finale available is Fall Mountain currently. So this first week where Gauntlet Showdown is in rotation, the only finale you can get at the end of Gauntlet Showdown is Fall Mountain. So I hate Fall Mountain, so that kind of sucks for me. But if you can get past that, it's a really fun way to just do single player stuff and not have to worry about a crappy team ruining your time. Now, the new maps. I want to go over the new maps and then some of the changes that they did to the old maps. There's a few new maps, and honestly, I think every single one of them is good, if not great. I might have to update my tier list to include these because I really enjoy them. One of the new maps is Hoopsie Legends, which is basically Hoopsie Daisy, but single player. So you're no longer trying to get hoops for a team, you're trying to do them for yourself. There's a bunch of movable objects around the map that enable you to climb up and get to the hoops you need to get to. And the first few people to get 6 rings, or 1 golden ring, which automatically qualifies you, get advanced to the next round. I love the fact that they made the golden ring automatically qualify you. I think that's really fun. And it's overall just a better version of Hoopsie Daisy because you don't have to worry about your team not being good. It's really fun, and I love that they added the drawbridges and the movable objects, which is new to the season as well. Another new map that they added, which personally is one of my new favorite maps ever in the whole game, is Night Fever. It's basically a race map that has medieval themes. You've got swinging swords, you've got rolling logs with spikes on them, and then you have more swords, and then you have a big swinging spiky, mace thing that can smash you off the top. And then at the very end, you have a drawbridge, which you have to get over to the finish line. So yeah, Night Fever is really great. I love this one. If I update my tier list, this one's definitely going to be S ranked. Another one of the new maps that I really enjoy is Wall Guys. Now, Wall Guys is another race-style map to get over the finish line. It's single player, but you have to use tactics to get there, partially with other players. So there are movable objects, which, like I said, are new to the season, and they're basically platforms that you use and hop over the walls to get further along the map. It's ridiculous and can get really frustrating if other players are grabbing you and making it difficult to get over the wall. Like sometimes you'll try and jump up onto one of the platforms and accidentally grab somebody's legs, or there's too many on a tiny platform and it becomes really difficult to get there. But there are certain strategies you can use to kind of jump off the walls and make sure you get across the finish line in time. Honestly, it's either A or S tier for me. I really enjoy Wall Guys a lot. Also, the name is funny. We gotta love a good pun in our Fall Guys level. And the final new map that they added for Season 2 is Egg Siege. Now this is a play on Egg Scramble, which if you watched my tier list again, is one of my least favorite maps in the game. But I will say that this is a massive improvement on that game mode. Now, it's very different and a lot harder in my opinion, because once you get eggs in your zone, if you don't get them in there early on, it's really difficult to get them out and try and get eggs from another zone, just because of how big the map is, how many obstacles there are, and just how physically difficult it is to throw them out of the zone once you finally get them off the top. I don't think it's nearly as bad as Egg Scramble was at all, and it's just another improvement on the formula. So 4 out of 4 maps here, they did really well. They fit within the theme of the medieval/fantasy world, and the maps that are takes on older maps from Season 1 are just strictly improvements on the formula. I enjoy every single one of these new maps, so to me, they kind of nailed those additions for sure. Now, a couple new additions beyond those bigger things that they added that I've shown so far, they have added some changes to the existing maps as well. So if you notice on Hex and certain maps that have tiles, you'll see that they added patterns and different lighting up effects on the color, as well as on Slime Climb. You can see that they have different colors there. Jump Showdown, they also changed up a little bit, where the timing of the spinning arms goes fast from the beginning instead of gradually gets much faster, and the tiles seem to fall quicker too, which is pretty neat. They also palette swapped some of the colors of the tiles as well and added the Fall Guys pattern to it, which is pretty cool. I will say that some of the new textures and colors of the new tiles, especially on Hex, make it a little bit difficult to know when they're changing colors. It blends a little bit more since they're shinier now, but overall I don't think it's bad enough to make them too difficult or needing a patch, so that's pretty cool. Now, as far as what's missing in this season, they still haven't added proper Steam names to our accounts on PC. You still just have the Fall Guys and the number, which isn't a big deal, but you would think that they would try and patch that in for Season 2. I would think at this point they would figure out a way to fix that, so that's still missing if you want your custom name in there, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. I'd say probably my biggest disappointment is that there isn't a finale based on the second season. Maybe we'll get it a little bit later into the season, but it would have been great if they launched with 4 maps plus 1 new finale, but who knows, maybe like I said, they're gonna add it later in the season, we'll see. Anyway, that's about it. That's Fall Guys Season 2. I'm actually really impressed with it. I love all the new outfits, I love all the new maps, and I'm a fan of the stuff that I wasn't expecting, the little improvements on Season 1 maps, as well as the little things that they added in quality of life for the game in general. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you like the new season? Do you think that it's cool or kind of lame or doesn't add enough new? If you were playing this game around launch and then you kind of stopped because it got boring, is this enough to bring you back, or are you kind of done with the game still for now? Stay tuned for more Fall Guys YouTube videos as well as streams. If you want to come watch me play this game live and continue to grab and be toxic, come hang out with me at twitch.tv/garbageandy. All right, peace out.